Why should I apologize for the monster I've become? Did the world ever apologize for making me this way? You see, people love to point fingers. They love to whisper when you change, but they go silent when you remind them who you were before the fire, before the rage, before the scars, before life decided to turn kindness into weakness and patience into pain. I gave the world my smile, and it gave me reasons to stop smiling. I offered loyalty and got betrayal dressed in smiles. I showed love, and they returned silence. So no, I will not apologize. I didn't wake up wanting to be cold. I was made this way by hands that claimed to care and mouths that promised to stay, but left. This monster, it's not mindless. It's not cruel for no reason. It's a product of everything I endured. The nights I cried in silence, the days I carried pain like armor. And now, they flinch, they whisper, they judge. But they weren't there when I was breaking quietly. They weren't there when I screamed into the pillow just to keep the peace. They weren't there when I had to become my own hero in a world that only knew how to take. So forgive me if I stopped caring about your comfort. Forgive me if the fire in my eyes now burns a little too bright for your liking, because I won't dim my darkness just to make others feel better about the way they broke me. This monster, it breathes because it had to. It lives because the old me didn't survive. So no, I'm not apologizing. Not for being stronger. Not for being sharper. Not for becoming exactly what your world created. I didn't become the villain. I just stopped being your victim. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then maybe, just maybe, you were part of the problem. They never ask, what did they go through to become this way? No, they only judge the flame, never the hands that sparked it. But I remember every closed door, every fake smile, every night I whispered to myself, just one more day. I remember how I buried pieces of myself just to be enough for people who never bothered to dig deeper. And now, I walk differently. Not because I've changed, but because I've learned. Learned that silence is safer than begging to be heard. Learned that walls protect better than open arms. Learned that not everyone deserves access to my softness. So call me cold. Call me heartless. Call me the villain. But never forget, I was the one bleeding while everyone else watched. I was the one screaming in a world that only listened when I went quiet. So no, I won't apologize for the armor I wear, for the shadows I walk with, for the monster I've mastered. Because this version of me, it's not broken. It's rebuilt, and the fire inside now burns not to destroy, but to never be destroyed again.